Welcome to Dreamers and Makers, SCAD grads who power the creative economy. Meet Justin Zielke, a visionary sculptor and installation artist whose work transcends time and space. Through his exploration of the physical body and intangible spirit, each of Justin's creations invites profound and emotional discovery.
The human body is a point of interest to me because it's familiar. You add your own emotion to who this person is. It's a good start-off point to start a conversation with a viewer. I'm Justin Zielke, and I'm a sculptor and installation artist. When I was studying illustration, we had a class learning animation principles. So you have all these pages that you're drawing to try to create movement through time. And I remember flattening out all of those pages and seeing an abstract shape of all these figures moving through that space. It was both abstract, but you could tell that it was a human moving. And I think that has carried over to all of my work. When I moved back to Kansas, I really was at this counterpoint where I wanted to work with tangible mediums again. I felt a need to get my hands dirty. I started off with clay and I would make things from life, and it really developed this process of seeing details. And I would get lost in those details. I come at it from a more emotional perspective, making a mark just to find an impression or a gesture, and I see the humanness in it, and I want to exaggerate that moment. You're walking around a sculpture and it's coming to life. That moment is something that can't be replicated. The emotions you bring to the room are always different, but you can always get to this state of mind that's peaceful. The ultimate goal for an artist is to continue working, to be in the studio, and a gallerist or a gallery representation allows for you to have that time and for them to help market your artwork and to sell. When I moved from Kansas to San Francisco, I was very fortunate to have a gallery showing at Hugo Minto within a month of being there, which made the thought of completely uprooting where I was to a large city much easier.
This painting actually is the first time that people will be seeing the space. I like the bigger movement and the stroke on this, and it has slightly softer texture than the other ones, I think.
Yeah, actually when I was making this, I was thinking how it would react to the light in this space. And that's why the middle part of it has a much thicker impasto. There's a lot thicker strokes to it.
I'm Hugo Lai. I'm the curator and owner of Hugo Minto, a boutique gallery in San Francisco. I remember I first came across Justin's work on Instagram, actually. He's one of those artists always kind of pushing the envelope and trying different mediums. I see a lot of versatility with his work that I hadn't seen for a while with other artists, from more traditional making with wood sculptures to 3D printed work and digital, as well as installation work that is just kind of all over the spectrum. Sometimes it's very minimalist, sometimes it's very ethereal, sometimes very extravagant, but the common threads is the intention and the details that you find in his work and the craftsmanship. You just can kind of feel the heart and soul in every piece that you see from Justin.
When I was in Kansas, I was working with wood and clay, and I would collect grass to exhibit my works with. When I got to the city, it's almost like that space that surrounded my work kind of dissipated in a way, and the work itself became busier. In my process, I not only do stop motion animation, capturing the clay, being added piece by piece, but I will start 3D scanning the work and then animating it as a typical 3D animation pipeline. rigging the character, moving the mouth. I want a viewer to feel as if they were in that studio space, that they're making the impression on clay. Dave Matthews Band reached out to me on social media. Apparently Dave found my work and really enjoyed it, and it lined up exactly with the song, which is called Monsters. So I was able to create probably the longest piece that I have done yet, that challenged me in so many different ways to downsize and to do all these things to make artwork in a smaller setting. It all seemed to make sense when I got the Dave Matthews Band commission, because I had done something that's going to be on a global scale with an incredible band. I applied to the SCAD Atelier artist residency because SCAD has a great way of developing alumni and helping them with their career. Returning to SCAD in Lacoste was amazing. I studied there as a student. It was one of the most inspirational moments that transitioned me into fine art. The place that I found myself as an artist in Lacoste is so special to me that I can now say I have a permanent bronze public sculpture there. Being able to see a sculpture 50 times its size was one of the most mind-blowing things, because my thumbprints are on those sculptures. It means a lot to know that a place that was so impactful to my career, I can also give back and share a piece that will be there for essentially ever. I think that every medium informs the other ones. When you're sketching in a sketchbook, a lot of people wouldn't think of that as the final product, but it is. When you translate that to a different medium, you're going to be confronted by what that medium has to offer. And so that will become a separate artwork in itself. Stop motion is a vital component to where I am now, and being able to combine that, including sculpture, has really pivoted my career to where I would want to create large sculptures and create installation spaces that are akin to world building and animation, where a person walks into that space and really discovers an emotion for themselves in this seemingly timeless setting. I'm Justin Zielke, and I am a dreamer and a maker.